All right. Okay, here we go. All right. So I'm going to map this location where I'm going here, and we'll talk about what you guys accomplished today. Just 1 second. Just map in here. All right. So, like saying, this event in Texarkana, this is a perfect example of exactly how to run a good event. It definitely wasn't great. I think there are always things that you can learn and experience and grow from. So I want to talk to you about this event because it's going to help your events. And so I want to talk about the things that went good. And then I want to talk about the things that we need to work on and get better at in general, which will help us with all of the different events that we do. So tonight um, we had a really good turnout for a first time in a small market. I mean, Texarkana is not a big city. Um, the energy was great. I think that everybody that put the event together, Ashley and Miranda and Jessica and Ronnie and even Cody getting involved slash Wes. Um, it was everybody that had guests there. Everybody's guests were great. Everybody that came was great. We were laughing, we were having fun, talking. It was really good rapport with the room. And I think when you're running an event, the speaker, and when you're doing events like this, building rapport with the audience, connecting with the audience, getting there early, being there before everybody else, not coming in late. Everything was set up. Everything. The girls had gone before and made sure that everything was going to be good at the meeting, and that the room was set up right, and they were there early. Even we were there early, Wes and I, um, and they were already there and had stuff set up and the chairs were out and it was easy for me to hook into the TV. And, a lot of times these little things are overlooked. People get there late, you're rushing, it's last minute, you're running around, you're trying to connect the TV when guests are coming in. When guests are coming in, you need to be shaking hands, kissing babies, meeting people, talking to people, answering questions that are non-business. You want to try to keep, and I told everybody here, don't do any business questions until afterwards, which was good. So you want to keep everything to totally casual conversation um, before the event, because nobody really knows why they're there. If you invited properly, right? I mean, here's the reality is that most people don't invite properly. And that's probably our biggest learning lesson from tonight, because there were people that didn't show up. There were people that didn't come. We could have had more people there. It was good. It was good. It wasn't great. But remember, if you're telling them too much, they're making their decisions before they ever come. If you don't tell them anything, if all you do is invite, those people generally show up. And so, once again, it's a perfect example and learning lesson for when you tell people too much, you're selling, you're persuading, you're convincing, and you're not inviting. And so energy was good. People being on time was good. The crowd was good. So, like, the people that got invited, I feel like everybody that came tonight, if they don't sign up, I'd be surprised. I think that all of the guests that were there tonight will sign up. Why? Because they were all good guests. They were all what I would consider, maybe not board of directors, but all very good prospects. In other words, nobody invited their, cousin who sleeps on the couch, who doesn't have a job, doesn't have a car, and doesn't have anything else better to do. There was none of that. Like, everybody invited good people. And like I said, the energy was good. And why was the energy good? Because people were there early, people were talking, people were mixing and mingling. We were telling jokes. They had chips and salsa on the tables. Like, everything just went smooth. And so that's good. But of course, you always want to have more people there. I mean, I came to Texarkana, there were 20 people. That's great. Whatever the number wound up being, 15, 17, 20, whatever it was. But I mean, it could have been more. How could it have been more? So let's talk about that, right? What did we do wrong with inviting? How many people were told too much? How many people were told the wrong thing, said the wrong stuff, didn't invite the right way, didn't invite the right people, whatever it was that caused there to be less people than what there could have been, because honestly, the ratio was about 50-50, maybe 60-40, 40% members, 60% guests. So not bad, but in general, when you're going to run a good meeting and you're going to have good turnout, you're going to have a lot of people there, you're going to generally have 2 to 3 times the number of guests that you do members for a good event, for good turnout. So that means 2 to 3 people per member there. Well, that definitely was not the case tonight, right? We were like probably 60-40. So it was almost like 1-1. Like every member brought one guest, which is fine, but it's not great. And so we've got to get better at not explaining, not selling, not convincing, and stick to inviting. Okay. And so I wanted to start with that because obviously I just literally walked out of the meeting. I'm going to be in Memphis tomorrow. Some of you may know people that are within an hour or two of Memphis, and you can get them there. But for those of you that can't, these are lessons that you should be paying attention to for your live events. And I know a lot of you have events this Thursday. Some of you may have live events tomorrow. And in fact, if y'all would go ahead and put in the chat right now, when your live events are this week, put that in the chat. And I'm going to try to read. I've seen some of y'all's chats go in while I've been driving and trying to talk to you guys. So I'm going to see if I can look at this really quick. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay, Daryl, I will see you tomorrow in Memphis. Daryl, how is your inviting looking for tomorrow? How many do you have confirmed for the meeting tomorrow? Confirmed, like in stone, they're going to be there. Not members. How many guests do you have? Can you unmute or can you tell me so I don't have to keep reading?
Yeah, I have 2 confirmed right now, but I think I'll be able to get some more. I got to get some more. 2 is
For
not going
sure.
to be.
Yeah, 2's not enough because look, I'm driving 6-7 hours to get to you from Dallas. And
Right.
so if I can drive 6-7 hours, you've got people that can drive 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So remember the mentality of when my mentor told me, you know, Wes, your job is to fill up these seats. When I come to town, there better not be any empty seats because I don't know when I'm coming to Memphis again. And so if you want me to come to Memphis more often, obviously the objective is to fill as many seats as possible, you know, get as many people there as you can. And so, you know, I think at a bare minimum, I mean, if my mentor came to town, if the company owner came to town when I was a rep, I would have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people myself. Nobody had that tonight in Texarkana. And so to me, that tells me that there's opportunity because, you know, Wes / Cody, his name's Wes also, so I call him Cody. He has been in, but hasn't been to the trainings. And he just found out I was coming to Texarkana on Saturday. He's from here and he had more guests than anybody. And he only started inviting 24 hours ago. And he had 4 or 5 guests there tonight. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. He had 6 guests there tonight. So actually, he really skewed the ratio because he had more guests there than anybody. And he hasn't been on any of these trainings. But I told him, I'm like, bro, I'm going to be in Texarkana. And he's like, I'm from there. I'll get people there. When are we going? And he drove. So he drove today. He wasn't planning on being here. He planned this literally not even 48 hours ago and did a great job tonight. Had 6 guests there because this is his hometown. This is his hood. And so he was like, dude, if you're going, I'm going to get my people there. He had his brother there. His brother's son came. He had a couple of his buddies there. One of his buddies' wives came. And so, it was a good turnout for him. And he hasn't even been to any of these trainings. He's a TikTok marketer. But the thing is he realized, like, Wes, the guy who's the founder, who's the owner, is coming to my town. I need to get my people in front of him. So this is critical when you have this mentality, to be able to get people there. Safe, what's your schedule this week on your events? Are you doing Thursday again?
Tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I was actually going to ask you if you'd be available 5:45 Eastern time to possibly jump on a call
Yep.
after I do the presentation.
Hey, Daryl, is Memphis on Eastern time or is it on Central?
We're on Central.
Okay, perfect. So yes, Safe, I can do 5:45 Eastern because that will be that's an hour earlier than where I'll be. So yes. So just will you text me and give me a heads up with just a little bit of notice in case I'm in a meeting and I need to step out?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. 100% I'll do a testimonial for you. You have anything else going on, Safe?
I've got a lunch tomorrow with another guy. And then Friday, I'm going to try to
I'll be driving around that time too, bud. So if you want to call me or text me for that, I should be available for that too. Because I'm driving to Memphis tomorrow. So you can use me for both of those.
Excellent. I really appreciate it. And then Friday, in the evening, I believe we're meeting with about 5 guys for Nick.
Okay. And then what about the people that you signed up, Safe? What about doing their launch events? What's going on with that?
Well, actually, yesterday we just got another one, the first one of mine, 2 and free.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome, bro. That's good.
And then we're trying to get with her, the one that he just signed up, as soon as possible. I think she's wanting to meet Wednesday, but that's not confirmed yet.
Okay, cool. Well, just keep me posted. Just make sure you give me a heads up, Safe, because just in case, like, I'm on a call or on a Zoom or in a meeting, just text me with just a little heads up, and that way I'm watching for you.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Marcus. Nice job. So, go ahead.
I was saying, what's going on, Wes?
So today you got your 5 coins. What time did you finish? How long did it take you?
Around 4 p.m.
So you had already gotten your 5 names by 4?
Yeah, and what you said yesterday, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I told Kelly, like, tomorrow I should just go for 10 because we're going to the event, so that's more likely run into more people as well.
Yeah.
And it's all a frequency thing, like, and I understand, like,
Totally,
it feels,
bro. Like that's the thing, man. You know this. You're good at this. You know this. You have the knowledge. You have the skills, bro. You've just got to go through the motions. I promise you. If I didn't think you could do this, if I didn't think that you could make this happen and do this, I wouldn't tell you that you can. So I 100% believe in you. I know you can do it. And so just keep doing it. It's just keep doing the reps. And then you're going to get to this point where you're going to be like, dude, I got like 12 today. I got 13. I mean, and like I said, it's funny because my friends give me a hard time that come out with me. They're like, and it's always like this. They're like, how do you always meet everybody? Why do you always meet? I'm just like, this is what I do. It's like when it gets in you and you're good at it and you do it over and over, then you don't even have to think about it. You meet everybody. Like tonight, we met people at the restaurant. Then the waiter was asking me questions afterwards because I was nice to him all night. I tipped him. I was nice to him. I've told him jokes, and he's like, tell me about what y'all are doing or whatever. And I'm like, here, let me get your info. I always get everybody's info. So that's good. And then tomorrow is Toastmasters.
yes.
Nice. You're going to love it. It's going to be great for you. So that's going to be really good. I can't wait to hear about that. And I know you had a couple people that you were signing up or that were gonna sign up. What's the status with that?
So she canceled last night. The I don't know what happened. Kelly knows more, so I think it was her ride or something like that. Cause she was gonna come to us, and she basically canceled.
Uh-huh.
But I think she's coming tonight. Kelly knows. Kelly. You-
No, but I
She
thought
said,
you
yeah.
told
She
me
said
you
she's
had
coming
like a
tonight.
couple people that yeah, but I thought you had a couple people that were like gonna sign up that had already seen the presentation and like they were like gonna sign up or something like that. You had like Kelly or you had one or two people
Yeah.
that were about to
So I
join.
have, yeah. So I have another person. He keeps telling me he's going to sign up, and then he's like, "Oh, it was my girlfriend's birthday, and I was running through all of this." But he doesn't want to get on the phone because it's like he just keeps texting me like all of these excuses, and I kind of just I'm just
That's
waiting
okay.
for him.
That's a no. This is one of those lessons that you need to learn that we've talked about because if they're not a yes, I mean, like I said, get them in for $20. Get them in as an influencer. It's not ideal, but like everybody has $20, 100% without a doubt. So don't let them put you off and keep saying they're going to sign up. It's $20. Like it's $20, get them locked in. And then once they're in, get them working. And if they're having success or having fun or seeing results, they'll upgrade, and then they'll miraculously come up with the money, you know? So you guys got to get out of this like they're gonna sign up mode. It just doesn't usually happen because you go back to that mentality of, you know, they're never more excited than the first time they saw it. They're forgetting 80 to 90% of it within 24 hours because they're not super geniuses. And that's just the reality, bro. So I mean, I honestly, I mean, he's not gonna sign up. But if
I have.
anything, be like, dude, here it's $20. Sign up as an influencer. If you don't have the 179 or the 199, sign up for the influencer. But I'm just telling you, if you go in with that attitude and you don't let them put you off and you don't believe that they're really going to do it a week from now or 2 days from now or on Friday when they get paid or whatever, then you don't ever expect it. Your expectation is it's a no. So if somebody is a miracle and they actually do join a few days later, which almost never happens, then it's like, cool, it's gravy, it's extra. But I'm just telling you, he's a no. Treat him like a no, or tell him join as an influencer, or I'm just not going to call you again. I'm not going to if you don't want to be successful, if you don't want to travel around the world, if you don't want to have fun, then do you. Okay?
Right. And I have my person who signed up. He hasn't answered. So
Hold on
the
one
last
second.
time
Hang on
I
one second, Marcus.
yep.
Gosh. Hold on. I'm just got to the house. Hang on one second.
Yep, no worries.
Hold on. Hold on. Hang on one second, Marcus.
Yep.
I just got to the house and it's my Bluetooth is taking over. Hang on one second. Okay. Okay, Ashley, I saw your message. Okay, Marcus, can you talk again really quick? I'm going into the house that we're at, and I'm gonna probably switch in just a second.
Okay, so the person I signed up, Idris, he hasn't answered. Like I spoke the last time I spoke to him was probably like 2 days. No, a day after he signed up, and then after that, I think he texted me saying something was going on. Oh, he was moving into his new house.
Oh, okay, for sure.
He said he was moving into his new house. Let me just actually look and see what he said.
Um,
Okay. All right. I can hear you better now, Marcus. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically he hasn't answered. I text him and he told me that he was getting stuff done for like his grandfather and his house. And then I scheduled a call with him at like 1 o'clock the next day, and I called him, he didn't answer. And it's like he's texting me, but he's not answering the phone. I sent him the video. I know that he needs more structure in his life. I sent him the video of the big ass calendar, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna watch this today." But it's like he hasn't answered the phone.
But here's the thing, bro. Like here's the truth, right? The truth is that you cannot want success for someone more than they want it for themselves. Like it's the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. And you have to realize that you can't drag people. Like you can't pull them across the finish line. Okay? You have to find people that are willing participants, and in fact, probably tomorrow, because we're not going to have time tonight, but I want to talk to you about finding a running buddy. And I know you and Kelly work together a lot. I know you work with Simba, but there's an important concept of finding somebody to hold you accountable, that will hold you accountable and that will help you. And it doesn't have to be somebody on your team. It doesn't have to be somebody in your downline or in your upline, but finding an accountability partner. And we're going to talk more about this, but it's a lesson for a little bit later in our growth cycle. But um, you've got to let go of those people. I mean, this is a sorting business. You got to remind yourself, we're sorting, we're not selling, we're not convincing. So if you're having to call people multiple times and like motivate them and get them on the calendar and do all these things, it's great. I mean, that's awesome that you're doing that, but that's not the people that you want to lead your team and to help you get to where you're trying to go. Because the thing is that you will find people that will be motivated, that'll be hungry, that'll be able to do it with you, and you don't have to drag people to success. Okay? So have have a higher standard for yourself. I mean, all of you on here, just in the 20 days or however many days this is we've been doing this, um, you're in the very, very small percentage of people that have ever really done this industry. I mean, what you've learned already, what we've been through, the things that y'all have accomplished, you're in a very small percentage. I mean, most people in network marketing, the average person recruits 1.7 people. That's an industry average. So if you've already got your 2 and free, you're already above average. And this just started. We've been doing this for 20 days. So you're already a 1%er. You're already in the minority in terms of performers in this space. So don't have dead weight with you. Don't be dragging people or trying to convince people, trying to sell people. Like tonight, there was a girl at our event, and it's somebody's sister who's on our team, and she was super friendly and super nice, and she was very involved in the presentation, but she's not signed up. So at the end of the day, right? Like, how many times do you have to see it and see your friends and see your sister have fun to where you realize that this is either for me or it's not for me? And it's great that she came and supported her sister tonight, but I'm thinking like, you know that it's real. You know that it's not a scam. Your sister's been on multiple trips. And so the thing is that a lot of times inside, people have other reasons or other things going on, and you don't have control over that. So you can't worry about convincing everybody or selling everybody. And it may be somebody that you think, man, this person would be so good for my business. They would be awesome at this. They would get so many people signed up. They know so many people, blah, blah, blah. But they have other issues or other things or other distractions or limiting beliefs or whatever it is that will not allow them to have success or sign up or whatever. So remember, sorting, not selling. So move on, forget about him, move on to the rest of your people. You've got all these new contacts that you've made over the last week or so. You need to be building those relationships, going to their Instagram pages, trying to communicate with them, finding a reason to reach out, finding a reason to get together, hang out, do a coffee or do a happy hour or whatever, or invite them to your next event. I mean, if you don't have a lot of people to choose from, then you need to kind of accelerate things a little bit, so there's no reason to wait. You might as well go ahead and start trying to talk to them. So, all right. Anything else, Marcus, before I move on?
Um, Only thing, I sent you a text about this couple that we met, and they're like in another travel company, and I know you talked a lot about that on the Super Saturday, like just the differences and like certain signs. But I
Yeah,
just
that
wanted
I
to
looked
like,
at that company that you sent me. It's a joke. They're another company that was failed. If you go to Behind MLM, they did a review on them. I mean, if you can get an access code to their website, you can do a price comparison, and I promise you, our app will blow them out of the water. So that's a really easy way to do a comparison because nobody's technology can beat our prices. So I would just start there. But if you go to Behind MLM, Trevorium was another company that went out of business. They changed the name. It wasn't even a travel company. It was like 2 Plus or something. All right. You going out?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I wouldn't sweat it, and I would just do a price comparison, like search Vegas Memorial Day weekend on their app and then search it on ours, and you'll blow their doors off, I promise. Okay?
okay, got it.
All right. Anything else, Marcus?
No, that's all.
I'm
Thank you.
going through the rest of y'all's notes.
Wes, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When a person sign up as an influencer, how long does that hold their spot? How long do
No,
they have?
if they're an influencer, they never lose their spot. If they're active influencer, they have their spot forever.
So as long as they pay the $20 a month.
Yep. 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 There's no time limit on recruiting or building a team. As long as they're paying their $20, they're active. They're active in that spot. And
They
we're
can-
about to do. We're
can they
about
sign
to.
up a member?
What?
Could they sign up a member, not being a member, just being an influencer?
Yeah, but I mean, that's not the best way to do it. That's like a
Right.
last resort because if they're only an influencer, nobody gets paid, and it's hard to sell something you don't have yourself.
Right.
So I personally wouldn't do that. I haven't signed up an influencer only since the
I'm
pre-launch when we
not mentioning that to nobody.
yeah. But like in Marcus's situation where he had as a buddy who was waiting to get paid or whatever, and I can at least get them in and lock them in and start working with them, I would do it as an exception.
I got you.
Okay. Okay, Ashley, I want to talk to you. Can you talk?
Yes, I'm in my car. I can talk.
Okay. Can you walk me through and tell me about tonight for you personally with your guests and like inviting and how you think it went and what we can do to improve or what we can take away from tonight?
Well, the one thing that I can take away from tonight is, when my friend Tammy was sitting there next to me, she
Uh-huh.
said, "So what is this about anyway?"
Uh-huh.
And it was like an aha moment for me because I feel like, I'm just over 2 months from my first bucket list trip.
Okay.
So I have been talking to my warm market for so long without understanding, and you and I have talked a little bit about this. I've presented wrong to so many people that it's almost, and I may be way off on this, but I'm almost at a point where I'm thinking about trying to focus more on um the corporate.
No,
No.
it's all wrong. No, you live here. Okay, tonight was like a layup for you. It's like T-ball. I mean, literally, we were at the most popular Mexican place in town. It was free food. It was an easy excuse to get out of the house, to get away from the kids, and it doesn't get any easier than this. Like B2B sales is a grind. It's terrible. Like it is a long sales cycle. It is a lot of calls. It's a lot of follow up.
No,
And
I
so,
don't want to do it.
no, but listen, hold on. Hang on,
Okay,
sweetie.
sorry.
What I'm telling you is that tonight was like your chance. Like tonight was your layup. You know, like I came to town. I'm not from here. I didn't know anybody here, but you know, Wes, Cody, on short notice, had 6 guests here, you know, tonight. And he didn't even know about this meeting until less than 48 hours ago. But the thing is that he listened to what I told him. And I said, just tell them I will pay for their food on Monday night. Just get them there. Tell them you're coming to town. It's very important. It's critical that they get there. This is a one-shot deal, and it worked for him. And he had some people that didn't come, and we're still working tonight. Like we're going to be on the phone working tonight. I'm just telling you, if you're not getting the results that we're talking about, there's a kink in the armor. There's a kink in the hose. Like it
I
there's
agree.
so tonight was your chance. And so don't think that there's another shortcut or a magic pill. And I know you've heard from Tiffany and the other girls, and it's not true. B2B sucks. It's terrible. It's a hard, long sale. It's a long time. It's like Sarah's been working on a couple of these accounts for 3 months, and we're just now getting to the point where we're even talking about enrollment. That is not the answer. You live
Okay.
here, you know people here, you have friends here, you have family here. You should have called in every favor, every friend, every contact, even if you had already talked to them, even if they've already told you no, it doesn't matter. You should have
I
had them
did.
there in front of me tonight.
I tried. I mean, I had a
But
friend
hold
who,
on, hold on.
okay,
Hold on. Listen, sweetie, I want to help you. Okay. I'm just telling you that if you're doing it wrong, okay? Because nobody turns down Mexican food and a night away from the kids or a night out. And if you do it the right way, you're going to get the results. You're a very caring, compassionate, kind person. I've seen this in you since I've known you. So all you have to do is be that same Ashley, but do it in the way that I'm telling you to do it. You're doing it wrong. That's why you're not getting the results, okay? And there is no solution. There is no magic pill. The only way you can get the right results is to do it right, okay? And that means you can't tell anybody anything. You can't tell them why. You can't say travel. You can't say club. You can't say signed up. You can't say any of that. You just have to say, come to Zapata's on Monday night. It's very important to me. It's critical that you're there. That's it. And then when you do it right, like Tammy said tonight, what is this anyways? Why am I here? They should say that. You're their friend. They're listening to you. They're coming to you because they know you, like you, or trust you. You're changing it because you're telling them too much, and now they're making a decision and they don't have enough information. So when you go beyond even 1 ounce of invite, so when you go beyond a request for one's presence, and you say travel, you say club, you say, remember when you saw me in the Bahamas? You know what they're thinking? I can't afford the Bahamas. They're not going to tell you that, but that's why they didn't come. Because you told them, remember how I was in the Bahamas? Remember how I was in Miami? And this is what they're thinking. We just paid for braces. We have a car payment due in a couple of weeks. We have the electric bill that just came in and it was twice as much because of the winter storm. We have this, that, or the other. They're not telling you that, Ashley. They're thinking that because you told them tonight you're coming to Zapata's to hear about how I went to the Bahamas, and they can't afford to go to the Bahamas because they know what the Bahamas should cost. In their head, they're thinking $5,000, $3,000, $10,000. You know, I met with a guy in Killeen on Friday. He just booked a cruise. It's a guy who's in the Army. So he doesn't make a ton of money, but he and his wife just booked a Mediterranean cruise, and he showed me his receipt while I was there. You know what he paid? $5,785. He didn't even flinch. It's a guy who's probably, I don't know, he's probably like in his late 30s, maybe early 40s. He's a military guy. He might make, I don't even know if he makes $50,000 a year. I don't know what you make at 15 years in the military. He's not an officer or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if he would have been like, come tonight and see where I'm going on my Mediterranean cruise, his friends are going to go, well, shit, a cruise costs $6,000. I don't have $6,000. They don't know what they're going to see. So they don't even know what you're going to ask them for. They don't know what it's going to cost. I was telling the girls tonight, the average timeshare sold in the world, the average. So this is like the starting point, okay, is $27,000. That means all those people that go for a free bottle of tequila and a donkey blanket at the airport, the average person that walks into that 3-hour hell spends $27,000. So your friends, because you told them travel club, they've already been to that presentation and they escaped in Cabo and they told them it was 50,000 or 30,000 or 25,000. So they think you're going to ask them for 25 grand tonight. Did I ask anybody for 25 grand tonight? No. But because you told them travel, you told them Bahamas, you told them Miami, they're thinking 5 grand, 7 grand, 10 grand, 25 grand. They don't know what they don't know what they don't know. So if you think that you're doing them a favor by telling them one word or 2 words, Bahamas, travel, Miami, club, savings, discounts, it doesn't matter. A discount from 10,000 to 8,000, they still can't afford. Nobody goes to the Atlantis for $500. They think you're rich, Ashley. Your friends that saw you in the Bahamas, they think you're rich. But they're not telling you, Ashley, I'm not coming tonight because I don't know how you paid $10,000 to go to the Atlantis, but we can't afford that. And I don't even want to go look at it. It's kind of like a overweight person on a very strict diet and you walking in with a plate of donuts or crumble cookies.
Mhm.
They don't want to look at that.
Yeah.
Because they can't afford the crumble cookies. They can't afford it on their diet. So when you say travel or club or Bahamas or Miami, see, people think, oh, well, I'm just going to tell them a little bit. I'm just going to tell them a little bit. But that little bit is a lot in most people's brains. And they think it's enough information to make a decision. And therefore, their decision is, I'm going to give you a bullshit reason why I can't go, which is what your friends did tonight.
Well, and to that point, I think that's where I think that is my downfall because for months I've been inviting to
But you
Zooms
got to
and
start over.
well, well, that's kind of why I was thinking like a reset. Like I almost feel like I
But here's the
almost
thing. But if
what
you did it right, if you told somebody wrong 7 months ago, how are they going to correlate meet me at Zapata's for a margarita? I'll buy you a margarita with something you told me about 7 months ago unless you messed it up.
well, I think because I've been inviting so much for Zooms and
I don't think that's possible. I think you're too friendly and too nice, and
well, I am.
you have lots of people that you have not invited, and you've definitely had people you've not invited right. So
I agree.
I'm just saying, if they told you no 7 months ago because you did it wrong, I don't understand why they're turning down a margarita at Zapata's on a Monday night to get out of the house.
I don't know. I mean, one of my friends, it was their kid's birthday, and I said,
Well,
come.
that's a hard one, right? Like
No,
if
I
they're
offered to
celebrating,
buy the kid the cake. I said,
I
bring
get
it,
it.
let's have dinner.
I get it. I get it. But if they had something planned or something, that's a
Yeah.
tough one to get out of on a Monday night if they're doing something.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I mean they say online, and this is probably a 5 or 6 year old stat, that the average person has about 400 names in their phone. So, knowing you, my guess is you have more than 400 friends on Facebook, and you probably have more than 400 numbers in your phone. And I am convinced that you have not invited all 400 of those people the right way. So you have lots of work to do. And the thing is this is a sorting business. It's not a selling, it's not a convincing business. It's just a margarita at Zapata's, and they were good. I had 2 margaritas tonight. They were great. If you would have called me, even if I had already told you no, and you were like, hey, I'm buying margaritas at Zapata's tonight, I'd have been like, sweet, what time do I get there? So something tells me that you didn't invite that way, because you should have had more people there. It's awesome that you had Tammy, okay, and y'all did a great job organizing the event. But if the owner of my company would have come to Lubbock, where I'm from, I would have had a dozen people in the room, because I would have stayed on the phone and I would have begged, borrowed, called in every favor, called every number in my phone, because my mentor, the owner of the company, was coming to town, and there would be no way I would show up and not have a table full of people. I would have called up until I would have called all day, every day. And I would have just been margaritas and queso, margaritas and chips, Monday night, margaritas, nothing about travel, nothing about business, nothing about sign up. And if anybody even balked or said anything, is this that travel thing? I'm like, hey, leave your wallet at home. That's what I would have said.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
So
yes,
there's no, I promise you do not want to do B2B at all. Don't even
I
think.
did- I don't want to do it. I just thought about like maybe focusing on getting business people with Sarah. I
No.
don't want to do B2B at all. I mean, I have a
No,
system
I get what you're saying, but
all
what I'm saying is it's such a long sales cycle. If you
Yeah.
know a business owner and you're best friends with a CEO or an HR person or something like that, then just set them up with Sarah. But don't
Right.
like this whole getting, like, because you mentioned, like, I was talking to Tiffany about getting, no, like it's not the silver bullet. We got to fix the inviting situation with the meetings here, because I'll be back and y'all are going to be doing more events, and you've got to focus on inviting, not selling, not convincing, not explaining. And I understand we all do it wrong in the beginning. 100%. Me too. All of us. But doesn't mean that you can't start doing it right.
Mhm.
So people that you did it wrong with 7 months ago, you can do it right tonight. You could have got them over margaritas or chips or queso tonight, just because they told you no 7 months ago because you did it wrong. They if you did it right tonight, they wouldn't even correlate what you did wrong 7 months ago, because it's so different, because you already did it wrong and tonight you're doing it right. You
Well,
understand?
I do. It's just, it hasn't just been 7 months. I mean, these are people at the same, it's not, it's like I've invited, once a month, every 6 weeks, I'm like, hey, I really would like to sit down and talk to you. And
Then you need to do the
that's,
coins. You need to get some new people. You need to work on the list.
that's exactly what I put in the chat. So Thursday night, we're having a girls' night out, like a Galentine's at the club at the apartment complex I live at. And so I'm taking quarters.
Cool.
And it's a citywide event for the females.
But Ashley,
Yes.
don't just take quarters on Thursday. Okay? The quarters is every day. The quarters is don't go to bed until you've moved all 5 from the right to the left every day.
I don't leave my house like,
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, here's the thing. That you just summarized it perfectly. The reason why you're not getting more people and adding to your list is because you're not leaving your house. So you don't have to stay there all day. You can leave. You could leave after work. You could leave after your other commitments. And so now you have a reason to get out. So
Yeah.
where do you go? Go to the mall, go to a store, go to your wherever you shop, go to the grocery store, talk to a, I mean, do you eat? Do you go to the grocery store?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
you do
I mean, I
Instacart
eat,
for
but
everything?
I don't go to the grocery. My husband has always gotten our groceries. I don't
Guess
even place the
guess
order.
guess whose new job it is? It's yours. You just took the job over because you need to get out. You got to get out and meet
I
some
know.
people and start talking to people and move the quarters.
I
Okay?
agree. I agree, Wes. I know. And
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry
that's
that
it.
everybody's
No, don't.
had to listen to all this.
No way. Listen, girl, I'm so proud of you, and I'm glad that you're there. You had guests tonight. Y'all did an amazing job. I was bragging about y'all before you even got on the call because you were still finishing up whenever I started. So there's no. We're all in this together. This lesson that we're talking about, I made these same mistakes. Everybody here tonight has done these same things. This is the reason why Marcus and Kelly and Simba and Sam have been doing this already for a week. And so I want you to be successful. I'm trying to tell you these are coming from lessons that I've had to learn myself. And I had to go through this with my mentor. And when he told me, and when we talked about it, and when I told people too much and I said the wrong things, he told me the exact same stuff. And so if you didn't learn this from me, then how would you ever know? So there is no sorries here. There is no, this is great content. This recording that we're recording right now, this will help somebody get to Lifer 7,500. This could help somebody get to Influencer 15,000. This could be the thing that flips the switch that gets somebody to residual income where they never have to work again. I know the things that you're going through because I've done it. I've been there. I've made the mistakes. I've seen people do it. And this is why I know this. So I'm just telling you, you can add the coins into your everyday life, and maybe you have to switch a few things up. But this is where the rewiring comes in. Because for 7 months, you said it, not me. 7 months you've been inviting and you've not been getting results. So we have to back up and look at, okay, what did we do wrong? Where is the kink in the armor? Where's the kink in the hose? What can we fix? What can we get better at? Because I honestly think if you could get some people in front of the information with your personality and how great you are with people, I think your team is going to grow really fast. But your kink is in the inviting, and the problem is that's the first step in the hose. And so we have to get you to where you can really use your skills, which I think will be in building the team, running good events, helping people get there, helping people hit rank. You're great at helping people, but you got to have some people to help. You know what I'm saying? And so these are the things. And so there is no sorries here. This is everybody is learning tonight. And I think you've probably seen the comments that have been coming in. And this is why I'm doing this. I mean, I'm on here with you guys every night. If
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I appreciate you guys being here every night. Like this is the most important part of my day right now. And so, I look forward to this time with you guys. And so I want you to be successful. You've been on the trips, you've done the stuff, but I'm trying to tell you things that people are thinking that they're not saying and try to show you why people are not coming and why they're not responding, because it's not always what you think. It's these people are thinking things and assuming things that you haven't thought about. And that's really the reason why they're not coming. They're embarrassed. They're ashamed. They think they can't afford it. They have these preconceived notions, whatever it is, they think it's, a pyramid or whatever, because you've said a word or two or three that have caused these associations. And so as soon as you start doing it the right way with the new people that you're going to start meeting with the coins, you're going to see, look, now I've got this team growing fast. And because I'm so good with people and helping people, my team's going to be growing faster than everybody else's. I just had to work the kink out on my inviting.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for your help tonight, setting up and being there and bringing energy. You did a great testimonial. I mean, these are the things, like I said, you've got great skills that are going to help you with the business. We just got to work on a couple of these areas. That's it.
Well, thank you for being patient with me. I've
You're
been
welcome.
really beating myself up.
Don't do that. That doesn't do any good. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it doesn't do any good to beat yourself up. And the thing is like I said, the only reason I know this is because I've made all these mistakes. I've made all of these mistakes. Every single one of these that I'm talking about. Where do you think the coins came from? I had to do the coins too. Like, these are all things that I've learned from experience. So if I would have beat myself up about it and not done what I did, then none of us would be here talking tonight. So there's nothing to beat yourself up about. So don't do that. Okay. All right. Thank you. And thank you for your input and for being open and sharing and receptive. And also, like I said, for doing such a great job on the event tonight. I thought the event was great. I think this is going to be a great market for us. And I'm excited about coming back.
Me too. Even
All
though I did tell people that said I'll catch the next one, I said, well, I don't even know if there'll be a next one.
Well,
So
there and luckily you guys did a good enough job tonight where there's going to probably be a next one, and maybe you guys will do one or two before I come back. But
absolutely.
that's actually a good thing to say. So, all right, we're about to run out of time. Let's see here. Just trying to go through some of y'all's notes. Sammy, how'd you do on your coins today? Where are you at?
So I only flipped 2 coins, but the night's not over. So even after we get off the call, I still have more work to do.
Okay. Did you
But
work
I
today?
definitely, yeah, I did actually. I worked. I
What
went to
time
the
did you
gym.
work today?
I worked 7 to 4 today.
And can you not meet people while you're at work?
No, I actually work in a stock room all day. It's me and like 2 other people all day.
Oh, okay. So you already know those people, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've only been out of work for 4 or 5 hours then, 6 hours.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah. So it's not too much time. So
You're gonna
I
still you're
decided
still
to
gonna
for it.
go you're still gonna go out tonight and try to get your other 3?
Not outside, but at least I'm gonna try and hit people up. At least through my phone, at least through social media, and Facebook still.
Okay. All right. Get to 5, okay?
I got you. That's the
Okay.
goal.
All right. Okay, I think that's it. It looks on here. I think I've talked to pretty much everybody. Kelly. Hold on. Kelly, how did you do on your coins today?
I did reach 5 points today. I met 5 people, 5 customers.
You did?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, yesterday I did as well. I've been really going crazy.
Uh-oh. What's up, girl? You got 10 in 24 hours, basically 2 days, 24 to 48 hours. You got 10 new prospects.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan with those 10? Are you like, are you adding them on social media, figuring out what they're into, starting
Yeah.
conversation? What are you doing with them now that you've got them?
Yeah, so I have all of them on Facebook. I have all of their phone numbers, and the plan was to basically like get lunch or invite them to an event on Thursday, to the event on Thursday.
Okay. And so
Excuse me.
you've communicated with all 10 already?
Yeah, I communicated with all 10 already.
Nice. And did you get all of their socials, or did you add them on like IG or whatever so you can see kind of what they're into and what their what their photos are and stuff?
They were all like older, so they all had Facebook. I added them on Facebook.
What are you trying to say? Because I'm on Facebook, I'm older, Kelly? What are you
I
trying
don't know.
to
I don't really
I see
use
how it is.
Facebook.
Oh, I see how it is. Oh,
My
thanks.
grandpa used to use Facebook.
Oh, thank you very much. Your grandpa uses Facebook. That's awesome. All right, Kelly. Okay, I'm gonna give you a thumbs down on your I'm just kidding. That's so funny. You're
Toastmasters
older on
tomorrow
Facebook.
too. Toastmasters
That's
tomorrow.
funny. Oh my gosh, you sound like my daughter. She's like, Dad, nobody uses Facebook. You're so old. All
I do
right.
not use
Okay.
Facebook.
All right. Well, congrats on the 10. So let's try to work on converting those. And then you guys are going to Toastmasters tomorrow, right? You and Marcus?
Yep, Toastmasters tomorrow, and we're actually doing like a 2-mile marathon walk on Saturday, so that's gonna be interesting.
That's an event, like a local event in town?
Yeah, it's a local skirting
Nice.
event. Hmm.
You know, and somebody mentioned last night, one of the other things that you guys can do is for finding people, there is you can also try to find charity events like nonprofits, foundations, like obviously a run, like a 5K or something like that. But a
Hmm.
lot of times they'll do other events, like sometimes they'll do like like an art gallery exhibit, or sometimes there'll be a play or a musical or some kind of an event or activity. That's another good thing to look up is local nonprofits, organizations, fundraisers, things like that. I've always been of this school of thought. If you can find a cause that you could volunteer with, you
Hmm.
know, some people like animals. You could find an animal shelter,
Oh, that'd be
you know, or an
nice.
animal rescue. You
Hmm.
know, or if you're, you know, if you're affiliated with a certain church or something, you could find a church program, kids camp, things like that. These are all things where you can go give back. And I have this school of thought, like when you give, you don't give to receive, but oftentimes by giving, good things happen in return. And then you
Right.
wind up getting blessings because you've been blessing people. And
Hmm.
so that's another good thing to think about. Different things like that, where you can go volunteer, you can go serve, you can serve meals, you could serve. Because the thing is think about it, right? Like if you're surrounded by a bunch of people that are giving of their time on Saturday and Sunday, then clearly those people are good people. Like they're at peace. They're not stressed out. They're not in a bad place. They're thinking
Right.
about abundance. Those are
Hmm.
the kinds of people you want to be around. Those are the kinds of people you want to attract. And so, you know, finding ways where you could serve, volunteer, give back, donate,
Hmm.
share, garage sales, thrift sales, you know, anything like that, you know, any stuff where soup kitchens, whatever. Like these are all things that you could be doing on the weekends and sometimes even on weeknights, where you can meet people. And I've met amazing people through my church and through different organizations that I've helped out or donated to or served at. And I don't go to serve to meet people for my business. I go to serve because it's something that I'm excited about or I believe in. But then
Right.
the byproduct of that is that I'm meeting people that are, you know, incredible individuals that wind up becoming friends, and then could be somebody that I could travel with or make money with or both.
Right. Yeah, that's actually an amazing idea. Thank you.
Okay. And Ashley, that's a good one for you too, because you're a yellow. So you want to help people and work with people. So find a new organization or nonprofit or foundation that you could get involved with too. That would be something in addition to doing all of the grocery shopping now and meeting everybody at the grocery store, you should do that too.
I'm already doing like 3 nonprofits, but I'm working on it.
Well, find 3 new ones, because if you don't have anybody from those 3 nonprofits that you can invite to margaritas and chips and salsa,
That's the problem.
they're not a very fun group.
But they're yellows.
So they don't like free stuff.
No,
See,
they
the
like
thing is,
they
I think
like
if I'm a
free stuff.
yellow and if they knew they were going to come and they could be around some other people and they could get free chips, I think they would have been there.
Yeah, I mean, I did have some people that said I don't drink, and I was like,
Well, then
okay,
I'll get you
we'll
water
find some.
and queso. You get
Yeah,
tea and queso.
that's what I told Tammy. She
Nobody
said,
can
I
say
don't.
nobody can say no to queso. If people say no to queso, that's un-American.
Well, yeah, that I told her. I said, I'm buying your food. I don't care whether you drink or not. Just come.
Yeah,
I'm buying your
exactly. Yeah, you're a cheap date. That's what I'd say. Oh, you don't drink?
food.
Perfect. You can drink water and eat queso. All right, guys, I'm gonna end this. Thank you guys so much. Assignments. Look, here's the thing. Last week, y'all were all supposed to be live for 300. So here's what I want you all to do. You guys have seen who's on this call. I'm pretty sure you guys all know how to get a hold of each other. I want all of you now to hold each other accountable. And this week, everybody ranks up. Okay. So if you ranked up last week, let's start working towards the next one. If you did not, then this group now is going to become an accountability group. You guys have all been on every night. You've heard everybody's stories. You've heard everybody's challenges and successes and issues and whatever. So I want you guys, before we hang up, I want you guys to share your information. If you don't already know everybody's, put it in the chat. And I want you guys to communicate with each other. And this week, I want you to all hold each other accountable for ranking up. So work with some different people. Marcus, you and Kelly, y'all are always together. Find some other people on here that can help you. We're going to talk about running buddies a little bit later, but let's start working here with each other, helping each other, lift each other up, you know, be there for testimonials, be there for product, be there for business testimonials. I'm seeing all the numbers and names go into the chat. You guys take these numbers and names down and you guys work together. Doesn't matter if you're not on the same team. Doesn't matter if you're upline or downline. None of that matters. This is family here. We're all together. And so doing testimonials for each other, working with each other, helping each other, you know, lifting each other up, supporting each other, you know, recognizing each other. I love all the love y'all were showing to Ashley earlier on here. So let's all trade numbers, get together and hold each other accountable for this week, so that everybody on here ranks up this week. Let's make this rank up week. And whatever you guys can do to help each other out, please do that. Also, you all know how to get a hold of me, so you can message me as well. And I appreciate you guys getting on tonight. I'm going to give you guys a minute to just get the numbers down because they're all going into the chat box. So I'll let you guys jot those down.
Ashley has too many numbers in his number.
I screenshotted them.
Ashley's got too many numbers. Ashley,
Or is it? No, not Ashley. Sammy, I think.
who does? Sammy?
516.
No, that's right. 516-435-0392.
Guess it's time for me to get some glasses.
That's all right.
516.
It's okay, Daryl, because I have old people font on my phone. So you just make your font bigger because that's what my daughter says. So
435. That's my fault.
okay.
Screenshot it. You can blow it up.
Yeah, y'all can screenshot it too. Kelly,
Oh.
you better stop making fun of me, Kelly.
That makes sense.
At least she didn't say her grandfather this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, guys. Everybody got the numbers before I end the call? Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Wes.
Kelly, your grandfather and father comments. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. God bless.
Thanks. Be safe traveling.
All right.
Thank you, guys.